One start.
Yo, people, welcome back to the YouTube channel. You already know what time it is. It's time for Battle of the North. It launched last week. It was a stellar episode. A lot of talking was done. A lot of predictions were made. And a lot of hype was given within the panel for the big clash that came up on Monday night, which we're going to get into. But before we get into everything, listen, I'm not in great position to talk myself, but I am hosting, which is a beautiful thing. Husam, how are you doing, sir?
I'm not good. I'm not good at all. Today's been painful. Yesterday night was painful. This is getting really long, man. Like, we have 9 days to save our season and save our future, and it's getting more and more peak every day. So yeah, that's how I am, man. But I know everyone here is feeling good.
I just need to let that silence set in. That silence, the death of Liverpool's midfield. We have to let that just simmer in a pot. Flawless, talk to me. How are you feeling, sir?
Yo, I'm blessed, man. All good. Good to be back. Like you said, stellar first episode. You know what I'm saying? I enjoyed it. I'm hoping the people did, and I hope they enjoy the future episodes coming up, in particular this one as well. But yeah, man, I'm good. Hope you're all blessed as well, man. Hope all you man are good.
And Daps away on holidays, living life, getting ready for a friendly, I think, against Barcelona, isn't it?
It's a friendly. I hope to see some youngers run out. It's nice over here. You know what? To be in a beautiful settings on a Monday night with some cocktails. I know it's Tuesday now, but on a Monday night and watch Liverpool do what Liverpool are doing.
Man
this
smiled, you know.
These dramatic pauses are going to slow, methodical marinating of the chicken. It's incredible.
Man just smiled, you know.
The thing is, it's funny how reactionary football is. And like Sunday, certain people are excited that City drew 3-3. Roll on Monday, that excitement's definitely gone. Definitely gone. Yeah, and you know, them easy 12 points that everyone looks at. Arsenal and Man United, 3 of them are gone for a certain team. So yeah, I'm very good. I'm very, very good. We just have to. I hope to see some youngers tomorrow and enjoy the city. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this show. Just to, Matisse, you can't get away with everything tonight. I know this is all about the Northwest, yeah, but you can't get away with it all as well.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I've had a lot of shows to talk about Chelsea. I have more. Big Six. I think we have to focus on what the subject matter is. And I don't know who wants to start, but I'm very eager. I'm very eager to start with obviously the Liverpool. I mean, the Man City game is very entertaining as well. But I'm very eager to start with the Liverpool Manchester United game because I feel like that was a shock. We weren't expecting that. Who wants to take the floor first? I mean, Flawless is obviously very upbeat. 3 points unexpected. What about you, Husam? How are you feeling?
Look, yesterday's performance, there is no excuse for it. We were crap, to be honest with you. I don't necessarily think Man United did anything special. I think we beat ourselves up yesterday. It's getting to the point now where, you know, the stuff that I said last week, and you know, people laughed at it. I said I really fear for this fan base that it's gonna become like a toxic Arsene Wenger thing. And it's already started. 3 games into the season. There's people who are genuinely Klopp out. There's people who are just, you know, absolutely losing their minds, me included.
Yeah, you are. Where do you stand on that, though? Where do you stand on that?
I'm not Klopp out. I'm not Klopp.
Okay, so you're Klopp in still.
Yes.
But you have 9 days to save your season and your future. So you're talking about your immediate future, future, immediate future, or long-term future, or both?
Both. Because these next 9 days, we have absolutely got to get someone in. And genuinely, if we don't, I really think shit's going to get even worse than it currently is. And look, I just want to say one thing. 2 things, 3 things.
4, 5.
First of all,
6,
I think
7, 8.
I think it's at this point in time, if Liverpool Football Club do not sign a midfielder, it's not just negligent, it's arrogant, because it's crystal clear that we need a midfielder. We need help. We need reinforcements. Going into another season with the same old players letting us down is not going to take us anywhere. And I just want people to deep this for a second. James Milner was deemed surplus to requirements at Manchester City in 2015. 7 years later, we're trying to beat Manchester City in a league title race by taking James Milner as a starting central midfielder in 2022-2023 against our biggest rivals. Jordan Henderson has let us down consistently for the last 2 years, and still he starts games of football. I find real funny. This is something I find extremely funny and hilarious. All throughout the summer, I was deemed the villain when it came to Liverpool. Husam, oh my God, he's the villain, blah, blah, blah. 3 games into the season, suddenly everyone thinks we need a midfielder as well. 3 games into the season, suddenly people are in my DMs. I've never met them before, never spoke to them. Husam, I should have listened. You were right. And this is the result of it. We've been negligent. And the most fucked up part of this whole situation is as follows. We have 2 points from 9. We ain't played Chelsea. We ain't played Spurs. We ain't played City. We ain't even played Wolves. We've played Palace, Fulham, and Man United. 3 of the worst teams in this league.
You not played United again as well. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget that. We still got to run back into you, lot. Don't forget that. Yeah, don't forget that. We still got to run back into you again.
12 points.
Yeah, man. I like this shift in energy is a beautiful, it's a thing of beauty. It's almost as beautiful as Daps' backdrop, the change of energy from you. But you continue, Husam. The floor is yours.
Guaranteed 12 points.
Yeah, man. The floor is yours, man.
When he said that, I thought, oh, that is going to come back and bite you in your ass, bro. I didn't realize it would be this quick, to be fair. I thought, towards the end, someone might get a draw or something. 1 point or something. A week later, 3 points dropped.
Thing is, Daps, karma don't miss. You know what I'm saying? That it spins the block expeditiously and in a beautiful fashion, innit? You know what I'm saying in that? Karma does not miss whatsoever. You get what I'm saying in that? Like, karma's not Klopp. You know what I'm saying? Karma's not Liverpool's midfield on yesterday. You know what I'm saying in that? It's not missing. Like, it always gets you. And Sam felt it. You know what I'm saying? I heard him in his face.
Virgin felt it. Virgin Van Disney felt it.
Yeah,
listen, that guy had no one to blame. And I like that Milner for once here, because I'm sick of seeing this guy blame other people. I am so sick of seeing him point at other people. For Milner to stand up to it. And to be fair, Husam, when you said that Milner was surplus to requirements at City, I kind of disagree. He was one of our best players that season. He just wanted to not be a bit part player. He wasn't surplus to requirements. He was requirements. He was part of the squad. But it was nice to see someone stand up to Virgin, and Virgin actually admit it and go, yeah. Because I said on the stream on Thursday or Friday that I feel the problems Liverpool have in midfield is going to expose Virgin. And he can't blame no one now, because he's not going to have no one to blame. It's on him. He's blamed too many people for too long. So, look, where'd you go from here, Sam? What do you do? Like, is it one midfielder, or is this now showing there's deeper problems than Twitter says?
Just to add to that, it sounds like as if Klopp and the ownership are not going to bring in a midfielder. So is there existing solutions? Carvalho, is he going to get? Does he need to get more game time? Do you need to trust him more? Players like that instead of playing your Milners.
The show's over, Matisse. That's why you're asking him with a smile on your face. You know the show's over. Daps knows the show's over. Husam knows the show's over. That error's done. You know what I'm saying? That error's, you can't even call it an error in it. It was a blip. You had a season. You know what I'm saying? And that shit's done for these. It's over. And I've been saying this. Liverpool, the most overrated runners-up of all time. These are the best. They are the best number 2s we've ever seen. They are the best Robin we've ever seen and will ever see in the Premier League. Absolute phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? Running Manchester City, Pep close, 90 plus points, winning the league title.
To be fair, bro, you ran as close as that.
Yeah, potentially. Well, they are the greatest number 2s of all time. Van Dijk, quality defender, despite what you want to say about him. The fullback pairing, Alisson, who revolutionized goalkeeping, Salah, who gets in conversation as one of the best wingers. Thiago, when he's fit with Fabinho, don't think they lost the game as starters and stuff like that. Don't get it wrong, Mane is now good. Like I said, they got hyped up. Best Robin we have ever seen and probably will ever see. Best runners-up ever. Better than Arsenal. Before them, it was Arsenal with Arsene Wenger in there. But now it's them lot. You know what I'm saying? Best, but the show's over now. You know what I'm saying? And like, they thought they was going to get a feature-length film. Nah, man, you lot are getting a series on Disney+. Ain't no film for you. You lot are Black Widow. You know what I'm saying? And you lot are Falcon. Like, that's what it is. Simple as
Does that mean that you lot are back, by the way?
Who, us? Are we back? No. No,
I just
we're
had
not
to throw
back.
that out there.
Daps tried it there. He tried
Yeah.
it. I didn't see
No,
that
I'm
was
just, if
slightly.
we're Batman, I presume we're Batman. I'm trying to
Yeah.
work out
No, you-
Who's Robin?
No,
Yeah,
They're not Robin.
exactly.
Who's Robin
I think
now?
it's up for
Who's Robin?
grabs. I think that
No, Robin,
spot there is up for
this
grabs
no, Robin.
because Chelsea don't look too good. Look at Sam's face. He's not smiled once in 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? He's upset from the jump. From when I jumped on the stream, he was attacking me before I even said anything. I did not say anything.
You've got
Acting
no
like it was
bulletproof vest on this week as well, which
acting
is
like
that's
I was
how
Henderson.
confident you are.
Yeah, it's not acting like I didn't
Marvelous.
need to, innit? You know what I'm saying? You seen Diaz and Salah taking shots at Old Trafford, missed. But yeah, as I was saying, that number 2 spot is up for grabs because Liverpool don't look good. Chelsea have their issues. United have their issues. So who it's gonna be, I'm not sure. But does it mean we're back? No, but I've said this all the time. Back the manager, get him his players. That's what we've needed to do. And it's no shock to me or no surprise to me that the better players in that game were the new signings. Eriksen involved in the goal. Martinez next to Varane I've spoken. That's the profile of defender that gets the best out of a run. Malacia played very well. So it's about building upon that. Casemiro, who was there, cold. Liverpool need him in their midfield. You know what I'm saying? We've been linked with Anthony. We've been linked with Gakpo. So all of a sudden
Even
now things are
Martial when
starting
he
to
came
come
on,
together.
Martial when he came on the grid as well.
That's why, yeah, as much as like people criticize Martial, he's the only 9 that we have that can do that. Hold up the ball in it. Like I say, the pass from Henderson was beautiful, but he's the only 9 who can do that, hold up the ball and it sticks, go past the man and play a nice pass. Legit. And that's what it was.
Say the pass from Henderson.
Yeah, man. Did you not see it? You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
It was great, right into his
I
path.
saw it.
But people are saying drop Fabinho and play Henderson in the 6 because, you know, that's what they need. But want to get on Milner. But
I have to ask you, Sam, right? Because you guys always want to go there and have possession and dominate and have this high line. Do you wish at some point you would have dropped off a bit deeper, dropped off 10 yards, stopped playing a stupid high line, having space in behind, and actually maybe countered? Because you've got good counter-attacking weapons. You've got Salah, you've got Diaz, and maybe give them the ball a little bit more. Because we've seen Man United struggle with the first 2 game weeks against teams they're expected to beat, where they're expected to dominate possession, create chances, put the eye through the needle. And you guys played into their hands a bit because you guys want to dominate and they could just counter, soak up the pressure. They defended really well and then just hit you on the break for that, especially for that second goal. I mean, the first goal is just Super Sancho freezing Aura, man. They're calling him on the TL, you know, it's long. But the second goal is just it's a break as well.
He didn't get a red card. Big up though.
Huh?
At least he didn't get a red card.
Listen,
anyway.
we have more points than you, so yeah.
Yeah.
It's
see
Right,
about
yeah,
that
good.
next.
Jesus.
Anyway,
when I talk
Yeah.
about it's mad. It's crazy. Go on,
anyway, look. First of all, I don't deserve any of this shit because I've been calling this out from the start of the summer. Like, you guys got the wrong guy.
Listen,
Wait.
You know,
You chose your club.
Why don't you deserve all of this shit?
who
You
who
are
deserves
Jurgen
this
Klopp.
shit?
All you want to play.
Flawless,
Now you want to.
Can I
Best
speak?
manager in the world.
Nah,
apparently.
Can
before
I
you go.
speak?
Nah, because
Can
I'm not letting you
speak?
play.
Look at
I'm
these
not doing.
with so much vim.
I'm
Can
not,
I
no.
speak? Let me speak.
Oh,
Matisse
you
asked
had
me the
Vim.
question.
You had Vim last week,
Matisse
and now you
asked
lost.
me
Now
the
you want to
question.
play Victor minute. Now you. That's all I wanted to
Matisse
say.
asked
Go
me
on.
the question.
Now I
Enjoy
want to play
Thursday
Victor.
night
We're
football.
going.
Enjoy
You know what I'm
Thursday night
saying?
football. Thank you very
Go
much.
on.
Anyway, as I was saying, so for me personally, I don't deserve any of this shit. You need to get someone on here who says, like, you know, that we don't think we need reinforcements and they're just gonna trust Klopp and trust FSG and blah blah blah. I've called this out all summer. I've said we need reinforcements. I've said we need to do the shit with that we've needed to do. Tielemans is literally available for 16 million at this point in time. Literally an article an hour ago stated that, bro, shit can be changed, but we're not willing to change it for some reason, whether it's Klopp, whether it's FSG, everyone, people are to blame. And the thing that happened yesterday, look, it's not about scapegoating Henderson and Milner. It's not about us just saying like, yo, we're gonna blame Henderson and Milner just because we want to. The reason why the whole thing yesterday was lost in midfield. Our defense got consistently pressured because our midfield is unable to make 2-3 passes in a row, and our forwards were left isolated because our striker decides to play defensive midfielder, and Salah and Diaz are literally on the wing by themselves. And you know what's the most fucked up situation from the whole game yesterday? Salah, in the first half, had 2 defenders on him. He proceeded to cross it outside of his foot into space for Jordan Henderson. Jordan Henderson then decided to volley the ball on from his right foot onto his left knee for it to go out for a goal kick. This is what we have to deal with. And Klopp's persistence to play these players is the worst part, because Matisse touched on it earlier on. Even if you don't want to buy players, can we at least use Elliott and Carvalho and Fabinho and the players who actually can play football? Let's actually put the players who can pass the football on the pitch. Let's actually put the players, because respectfully, you know, I don't give a fuck how much Milner lactates in preseason. This is not like a milking sport. I don't give a fuck how much Henderson runs. This is not like a marathon sport. This is football. We need people to pass the ball. We need people who can shoot. We need people who can create. And yesterday, as shit as United's midfield is, their midfield is much better than us. Eriksen starts for us. Bruno starts for us. And you could literally
This is
argue
insane.
Casemiro.
No,
You
this
could
is
literally-
insane.
Casemiro.
You could
No,
literally
no,
argue
this is
Scott
insane.
McTominay over Milner as well.
What
You
is
could
happening?
definitely make that.
I've done too many combined.
What is
Liverpool
happening, Daps?
content creators, Liverpool content creators, they want to put these Liverpool players on pedestals, and then
Max talking about you,
when
Husam, as
stuff
well.
like this happens,
Not me. Not
Yeah,
me.
he's
no,
talking
but
about you,
come
man.
on, man, we can't be.
You got the wrong guy.
Do you know what? I'm going to be 100. The minute you started talking there,
Don't have personally, I wouldn't have that, but you know.
for me, it's one of these ones where when you're talking about the ball hit here and it hits me, I'm like, bro, this is way too deep. You're playing Manchester United, easy 6 points a season, bro. I don't want no excuses. Like, you are
Who's giving
4 months
excuses?
ago. That's
I'm not
the
giving
excuse.
excuses.
You're talking about
Jurgen
bullshit
Husam, man. That's
parts
you,
of
man.
I'm not
body
giving
as
any
well.
excuses.
Come on,
I've
man.
already blamed
Like,
Klopp.
That's
I blamed the
up there,
manager. I
man.
blamed the players.
I'm
What do you
saying.
mean excuses? I ain't giving
But
excuses.
what I'm
at all.
saying is, you can talk about individual moments.
Have you
are-
ever blamed Pep for any result? You haven't.
Yes, I have.
Name one result you blamed Pep for.
Champions League final.
Champions League final.
Yeah.
What?
Okay, so
There, bro. I mean,
2 seasons
I could
ago.
go
2
to many
seasons
other
ago.
Champions League
2
games.
seasons ago, you blamed them once.
Nah, I
I
played
blamed
him
them
Real-
Fulham, I blamed
Real
them
Madrid.
Palace, I blamed them United.
No, I didn't blame
Klopp
Real
is the
Madrid.
reason we're in this position.
did
I've
you?
said
So
it.
what I'm saying is, yeah, you can't.
Some heat.
You're picking out individual moments, and I'm more like, sorry, you are Liverpool that were six competitive games ago in for a quad, right? So these little moments, like, and I'll be honest, if we get a player sent off, right, I'm like, you know what, want it more than the other team. This is Man United. This is a big game. If you're Liverpool trying to do what you did last year, this is Man United that you should be able to roll over. Want it more. So when you talk about little individual moments, I think, no, you're not going deep enough, bro. You need to look deeper. There's some serious shit going on at your club. Klopp, and I do blame Klopp. He's losing the team, bro. He's losing the team like he did the season that you didn't win the league. He lost the team for a period then as well. He's losing the team. Listen, the guy's passive aggressive. I'm telling you, when everything's fine, he's cuddled.
I don't
to
think he's
everyone.
losing the team, but he is to blame, though.
Is he? Do you think he's
Well-
passive aggressive or something?
He's passive aggressive.
Nah,
bro.
I
Come
think
on,
he's
cuddled
to
to
blame
everyone
because of his
till something
stubbornness.
goes
No,
wrong.
no.
because
I'm not
of
saying about the
stubbornness.
team. I'm saying, do you think Klopp is passive aggressive? Is what I'm asking.
Bro, I don't give a fuck if he's passive aggressive or not. That's not the point.
Oh, that's
The
a
point
yeah.
is,
Then that means yeah.
he
People
ain't-
go on,
he
carry
ain't
on,
losing-
carry on.
He ain't losing the team. He's
I'm
just
not even
making
asking
the wrong
that.
decisions.
But that's a yes, people. That's what that means.
He's
But go on,
making the
carry
wrong
on.
decisions. He ain't losing the team, man.
I don't know
you can
about
lose
that.
a team without fully losing the team, but you can have people that will go to war for you. But then, if all of a sudden you ain't got a cuddle for them this week, they're not so willing to go for war. They'll still play for you, but they're not going to war for you. And that's what I'm saying. I think that happened this season. You dropped off with the league. I think the minute you won the league, Mane, Salah, and a few others that didn't get contract extensions instantly, and then because of injuries, your results dropped off. He wasn't cuddling anyone anymore, so people felt less love, so they don't go to war. That's my opinion.
Yeah. Also, what I don't understand, Husam, is what you said when you mentioned Henderson, and you was like, you want someone who passes the ball, people who are technically sound. You don't want runners. That's Klopp's whole style. That's what brought you success. You are the kick and run team. You are the heavy metal football team. You've never been the technically sound, technically secure midfield. You have
That's
midfielders
cap.
who are
That's-
workhorses. So who are your
that's
okay? So who are your technically sound midfielders when you've been
That's
successful?
massive cap. Even
No, no, no.
even in our,
Answer, no, no,
in
no.
our
Answer the- no, no,
successful
no. Answer the
period, we
question.
had Wijnaldum
No,
and
no.
Fabinho.
Answer, no. I asked you a question. Answer the question. Who are the technical secure midfielders you have had when you've had
Gini,
your successful
Wijnaldum and
seasons?
Fabinho in our successful era. I just
Okay,
said.
so Fabinho, who is one, and that's it. Gini Wijnaldum is not technically. He's not a Bernardo
Yeah,
Silva.
absolutely, he's technically sound.
He's
Gini
not a
Wijnaldum can keep the
he's
ball.
not,
he
he's
can
not a
pass the
Bernardo
football.
Silva.
He
He's not a
can-
Bernardo Silva or
There's
Gundogan.
a
He's not
difference
that.
between he's technically sound and he isn't Bernardo Silva. That's not
But
what you asked.
Bernardo Silva is technically sound. Though. You know what I'm saying? But again, you're a Liverpool fan, so
Okay,
you're going to say
and I don't
technically
disagree
sound
with that.
because the bar's low
Wijnaldum
for
is
you lot.
technically sound as well.
I get it, and I disagree with that. You know what I'm saying? He's another kick and run baller. He just looks good next to Milner.
Nah, Wijnaldum don't run like that. To be honest with you, he ain't a
Nah, he
kick and run
runs,
guy.
man. You could do with
Look,
him in your
we
midfield
had
now.
Fabinho, and Wijnaldum, and were able to
I
keep
agree with the
possession
Fabinho
because
one.
they both can keep the ball well And at that point in time, Henderson was actually doing the stuff that he's meant to do, which he no longer is doing at this point
Why
in
what's
time.
he not doing
And
anymore?
I think after his injury, he's lost his physicality as well. He's lost the spring in his step. He can't even do the shit that he does well anymore. The pressing, the running.
Yeah, okay.
He can't even do that anymore.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The kick and run stuff.
In
Yeah,
4 months,
that's what it
That's
is.
what
You know what I'm
Henderson,
saying?
though, not the whole team.
Like, that's been you lot. You lot are the kick and run team. You are the heavy metal football team that has been successful.
Yeah.
That's not a shot. That's just a fact.
100%.
So to
And that
criticize
will not
Henderson for
bring
not
you a
being
Premier
technically
League title
secure is
either.
crazy, and that ain't going to bring you one either. You know what I'm saying? What are we
100%.
talking about?
100%.
We've both
It ain't
won
gonna
one in
bring
the
you a
last
Premier
10
League
years.
title
3
either.
months. Sorry,
I'm
3
saying.
months. It's all got
I've
more
been
conversations in 3
seeing one
months.
recently. It's been 10 years since you've seen one.
All right, cool, innit? I'm glad for you, innit? You know what I'm saying? I hope that one helps you, innit? You know what I'm saying? In that, I hope that one helped you.
I have to ask, right, Husam, do you foresee some sort of decline coming here for your team? You know, football goes in
Yes,
cycles.
if we don't sign anyone, yes, absolutely, we are gonna decline, and this shit is gonna get worse. And I said this. People always think I exaggerate. I always look big picture. I never look small picture. I'm not exaggerating. There is a section of the fan base that are already turning on Klopp. There's a section of the fan base that have had it up to here with the BS. And at the same time, the shit that we're seeing on the pitch is simply not good enough. Fulham dominated us. Man United dominated us yesterday for a period of 15, 20, 25 minutes where they created chance after chance after chance. And Crystal Palace, you know, they could have easily won that game, you know. And look, yes, absolutely, there is a massive chance this gets worse. And the problem is, it's literally all on Klopp at this point in time. I don't think it's an FSG. Last season, last summer, I was screaming my heart out, FSG out, FSG out, FSG out. I really do think they are going to spend the money. I think Klopp is a lot more powerful than people give credit for or think about. If Jurgen Klopp calls up John Henry and says, I want player X, he's going to get player X. It's as simple as that. That's just how it goes.
Because they can't afford to lose him.
You need one player.
Yeah, and I think he actually is stubborn and negligent and arrogant in the way of him looking at the team and thinking, okay, I don't need a midfielder. I can do this again with the same guys. No, you can't.
Very passive.
And if you look at his track record, by the way, this is some shit I'm making up. Go look at his track record. Dortmund, Mainz did the same thing. With Dortmund, there was a story about, I don't know if you guys remember Sven Bender, who he had this DM. Nuri Sahin was injury prone, and he didn't give a shit. He just kept them as long as possible. And he used that bar of soap until nothing, is left. And I think it's time when you change the bar of soap. It's time you go buy a new bar of soap. And this whole water to wine shit just makes no sense at this point in time. Just go buy wine, man. Just go buy wine.
Need one player. Do you need one player?
If you want me to be honest, I think we need 3, but it's getting to the point
3
where,
midfielders?
No, 2 midfielders, 1 forward. I think it's getting to the point in time where it's just like, yes, I think we need 3, but we're in such a shit situation that I would take 1 right now, because it's like the transfer window ends in 8 days, you guys. Like, there's literally no time. So
yeah,
I take 1.
So Husam, you mentioned that about you have 9 days to save your season, save your short-term future, long-term future. Why is that funny? That's what you said. You not say this. Why is that funny? Why is me repeating?
I find it funny, by the way.
You complained about me not smiling. I smiled for the first time, and then you asked me, what are you smiling at?
No, I'm asking because you know what? It caught me off guard, innit? I agree when people say you are the villain in it. You give me villain vibes. But anyway, as I was saying, where was I going with this?
I'm villain to my own.
That's why you're not
to
your
fan base. Yeah, facts. What was I gonna say? So if you don't make any signings and this is your squad for the season, where do Liverpool finish?
2nd or 3rd, to be honest with you. That's the
okay.
maximum.
So where you would finish anyway with 3 players?
No, if we bought in the players we needed to win, I'd be here sitting saying we're going to win the league 100%. I think if we just bought correctly. Look, during the summer, as soon as the transfer window started, I was making lineups. I was talking about we need to sign this guy, sign that guy. You've got Matheus Nunes, 38 million. You've got Paqueta, Gravenberch, Bissouma,
Casemiro. Even
Husam Awar, who's going to Forest, starts for us. So many different players. They'd start for us in midfield. And I didn't want Darwin Nunes either. I wanted Nkunku to come up. Yeah, I wanted Nkunku to play before his contract extension at Leipzig. Before that whole situation happened, I wanted them to sign for us. I don't know, man. It's just arrogance at this point in time. And we're seeing different stories every day that Liverpool really believe in the current blah blah blah. That's just not good enough. And I really do believe we were 1 step away. And this isn't the first time, Flawless. This isn't the first time. 18-19, we were supposed to sign Nabil Fekir. We went into the season without getting anyone of that ilk. and we ended up losing the league by a point. 1920, after we just won the Champions League the previous season, we signed Adrian as a backup goalkeeper. He costs us the Champions League against Atletico Madrid. 2021, we were top of the league in January, and we go buy a hologram in Ben Davies that I haven't even watched, so I don't expect any of you guys to know. Ozan Kabak from relegated Schalke, we end up finishing third. We go into last season, and we're literally steps away. We just buy Konate.
Almost, sorry, I've got to stop you. Almost doesn't count.
One second, and we don't. And we don't buy a midfielder. We just buy Konate, and we end up finishing second. Had we signed Luis Diaz maybe earlier on in the summer instead of signing him in January, giving players chances to rest and maybe play Mane up front from the start of the season, maybe shit would have been different again. So you've got about 3 league titles that we could have changed at least one of them, minimum, at least one of them, and at least made the shit at least look a bit better, where you've got 2 league titles you can talk about instead of 1. But here we are, sat here just talking about, it's going to be second, silver medals, we're going to wait for Bellingham. Fuck Jude Bellingham. I hope someone else gets him. I'm sick and tired of hearing that name, man. I'm sick and tired of hearing that name.
Yeah, but he's bored, isn't it? He's bored of waiting. And I personally, even if you wanted Jude Bellingham, you could still, for me, go and get another midfielder and get Jude Bellingham next summer, because it's not like as if Ox doesn't need to leave, Milner's not getting older, Keita also wants to leave as well. So that's 3 people, 2 names, Henderson. So I don't really get it, but we haven't spoken enough about Man United because they deserve some praise. They played out of their skin. Unbelievable performance. We'll get to that.
But just one thing, because Husam mentioned a lot of things, in regards to them 3 seasons.
We're 25 minutes into the show. How long you want to talk about Liverpool?
Yeah, it is, man. Like, right, I've not spoken to you, man. This is a big game. You know what I'm saying? That we got time. Are we on a timer? I'm sure Matisse has paid StreamYard. I think we're good. You know what I'm saying? As far as I know, he's not got to put any money on the meter. We're good. If he does, I'll send him over some money. We're calm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Daps is saying it's calm. Don't worry, man. We gonna run the meter, man. Husam is cool. I'm not even cooking. Like, you legit made some great points there that I didn't realize. So in regard to them seasons you mentioned where Liverpool fell short and you didn't sign certain players, do you put a lot of that on Klopp? Because from what I've heard from the Klopp out, that rhetoric, I'm not saying you're Klopp out. I'm saying that rhetoric is a lot of Klopp out. I'm hearing those things get mentioned. You know what I'm saying? Have you heard them same things? Because that's a Klopp out argument. Is what I'm saying.
Yes. I think it's on Klopp. I don't think it's on ownership.
Okay, so he's cost you in 3 seasons.
Even if you look at this year, this current year that we're in, literally the Financial Times published an article last week ago saying that Liverpool have taken over Man United as the biggest brand. So we have made so much money. We've made the most revenue in the UK last season. The most
revenue hype. Let's go.
Yeah, we made the most revenue. So we've got the money to spend, but we're just not spending it. That's the problem. And I don't think it's an FSG thing. We have the money. We have the money. It's just Klopp. Yeah.
So this is free. This is free for 4 seasons now, because we're including this one. So this is now 4 seasons where this manager is potentially costing you Premier League titles. When do you hold him accountable then? Because if a manager's costing me 3-4 Premier League, so we're taking 4 seasons in that. All right, fair enough then. So basically, if you don't win the league this season, you're Klopp out. That's what you're saying.
Listen, bro.
I don't know.
Bro? It depends on the.
What do you mean? It depends on what. That's what you're like. That's where I'm getting to.
But I don't know. I'm not gonna come to that conclusion.
By week 4, he'll be on it.
How can you?
This show, he'll be on it.
Yeah. How can you not come to that conclusion when you've just stated there was?
I cannot tell you what I'll think in the future.
No, you can't. But we can kind of predict if it goes a certain way. You know what I'm saying?
Feel free to predict, but don't say.
Yeah, of course we're making predictions. The same way
I ain't gonna say it.
The same way you predicted a Liverpool win yesterday, and how did that work out? Things we get wrong, things we get right.
So you may predict it wrong as well. So you know what I'm saying?
Say that again. I predicted
it right.
You may predict
it wrong as well, so shit happens.
No, I predicted that right. You know what I'm saying? I should have put money on that. I said 2-1. It was blind optimism, but I didn't expect to see.
I said you might be predicting me saying Klopp out wrong. You never know.
Oh no! I'm not predicting you saying that. I'm asking the question. I didn't say you are. And going
I'm
to
saying
say
I will not. I do not know what I'll say in the future.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I'm saying that, but you'll be able to tell me you don't rate Henderson in the future.
No, but I don't rate him right now.
But you don't. You a little bit on Klopp. Like I said, he's cost you 3 seasons now. Premier League titles. Your words. He's cost you 3 Premier League titles. Your words. You just stated this. So now we're getting into the season number 4. You said, right, this season, if he costs you the 4th time, I can't have that. So how many Premier League titles is this man going to cost you before you
I do not know. I do not know.
So he can cost you 10 league titles then. Like that's
I don't know. I can't answer the question.
Pep. I know Daps 100. Wait, before you go, Daps, I know Daps absolutely 110% loves Pep. Pep's brought them 5-6 Premier League titles. but they will
Daps
get
is
to a
never going to
point
be Pep
where
out. even if
he'll
they're
never be
15th.
Pep out. No,
He's
no,
never
no.
gonna
But
say
if
that.
Pep
We've
started
been
to
through
cost
too
them,
much shit for that.
no.
bro.
We've been
I'm
through too
good.
much shit. But let Pep start costing him league titles. Eventually, he's gonna draw a line somewhere. Let Pep cost them 10 Premier League
Nah, I
titles.
don't think
Matisse
so.
loves Tuchel. Let Tuchel continue to cost Chelsea over a number of years. I like Ten Hag, but if
No,
he
but
doesn't
Chelsea
deliver,
are different. Chelsea are
No,
different.
no, no.
They
But how
sack
much?
people
No,
every year. They're different.
no. They're under a new regime. I'm not talking about Chelsea. I'm talking about Matisse as a Chelsea fan. I'm talking about Daps as a Manchester City fan. My thing is with you is when is enough enough? Not from Liverpool for you. You said
I
he's cost
do
you
not
three
know. I
three
cannot
league
answer
titles.
that question. I do not know.
Okay.
Like, I don't
All
know.
right.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
A genuine question, because we've had these debates before, and please do not make me go and draw for any of them. Who's a better manager, Pep or Klopp? You know what you've said on many streams. Sam. Who's a
Hassan,
better
man,
manager,
you do
Pep
all
or
these
Klopp?
spaces, content
Look,
creating.
I
Now you don't want to
think-
answer questions, man. Answer the
I
question.
think Pep would fail at Liverpool, and I think Klopp would
See,
fail.
look at this guy.
Manchester.
This
They're
guy's
I
a
asked
great
a perfect
politician.
question, man. I asked a perfect question.
they're just two different managers.
Is he lying when he says that though? I don't think he's
he's
lying
not.
when he
Pep
says
I
would
never
that.
fail
got-
at
no, I
Liverpool,
agree
and I
with you,
think
but
Klopp would fail at
Matisse,
City.
Matisse, the reason why I asked it is because what you said there, you're right. I don't like these debates. I step away from these debates, all of them. I'm like, wait till people have left, then let's have these debates. But people like Husam push me for answers on those type of questions.
Yes, your fault,
So
Hassan.
now I'm going, now, if I never get that, Daps, you just have to answer it, then I'm like, no, fuck all that bullshit. Who's a better manager, bro? Come on.
See, man,
I don't
Bro,
know.
it
You know
won't
what it
hurt
is?
you that
That-
badly.
Let me-
It doesn't
let me-
hurt that badly.
Let me get some order.
Man don't
get
want to
some
answer
order in
tough
the
questions. As
court.
soon as tough questions start getting asked, man
would
don't want
fail
to
at
answer.
Liverpool, and
Man
Klopp
don't
would
want to
fail at
answer in
City.
that. When it's tough
If Klopp
questions,
was
man don't
manager
want to
of
answer.
politicians. They're politicians.
If
man,
Klopp,
man,
if
that's
Klopp
it.
was
I
the manager
don't
of
know.
Manchester
Maybe,
City,
bro.
Fabian
You
Delph
know.
would probably still be there.
Now
And
it's
if Pep was manager of Liverpool,
Still
he'd
not answering my
complain because they don't
question,
have
though.
enough
Still
time.
not answering my question. It's
I've
cool.
just
You don't
answered
need
it.
to
I
answer
said
it.
they're
You've
two
answered it.
different
Fine.
managers.
Sorry,
He's
yeah,
answered-
I feel like
he's
he's
answered
answered it in a way.
answering it.
You
and it's
can't
like the
compare. They're two different
That-
managers. Pep
Daps
would
is-
fail miserably at Liverpool. Klopp
Daps
would
is like
fail
the Klopp
miserably
out
at
thing, innit?
City.
If you don't win the
Of
league this
course,
season,
of
innit? Like I say,
course.
nobody
Klopp
just
would
don't
fail
want
at City, though. Klopp
nobody
would
don't
fail
want to
at
put the
City. I have
keys
no
in the
problem
ignition of
saying
the
that.
Klopp
Pep
out
would fail at
bandwagon. That's all it
Liverpool.
is.
No one's
I've been
got
saying it to my
license
little
to
bro Ryan. You know what I'm saying? Instead of waiting for the bandwagon to start, I've been telling him this. Go put the keys in the ignition and say it. I'm saying because once that bandwagon gets somebody
I'm
of
not a
notoriety who's on
bandwagoner.
it,
I'm
and
not
it's
a
not you.
bandwagon
I'm talking.
driver.
No, you.
You got
I
the
never
wrong
mentioned
No,
guy.
lead it.
I didn't say
lead
you.
it, bro. Lead
I didn't
it.
say you.
Lead
No,
that bandwagon.
no, Husam, you're not even listening right now. I didn't say you. I said my little bro's a Liverpool fan. You know what I'm saying? And I've been saying this to him. Go put the keys in the ignition because he's a lot of he might not be Klopp out. You might not be Klopp out. What I'm saying is the rhetoric and the argument from the Klopp out section is the same. That's all I'm saying. Like to take
All
it
right,
back
so
to politics.
let
Yeah,
me take the heat off for Sam a little bit. Let me ask you two
Look at him
questions.
saving you. You feeling
Daps and
sorry for
Flawless.
you.
Let me ask
Look
you
at him
questions,
saving
right?
you.
Especially you, Flawless, because you're pushing this Klopp thing a lot.
How about I'm just
Let me
just
ask you
making a
something.
point. Go on.
If you was to sack Klopp, right, and bring in somebody else, do you think Liverpool come as close to Manchester City as they have over the past few years?
Me?
No, I don't believe. I
No,
don't.
I'm
No, I
asking
don't.
Flawless.
No. I don't believe they are. But here's where I stand with the Klopp thing. I will openly say it. I'm not Husam. Pep is a better manager than Klopp. You know what I'm saying? Pep is the best manager in the league. Klopp is the
So is
second best
Klopp
manager in the
not
league.
achieving what you kind of expect,
No,
which is
Klopp,
second place?
That's my point. Is I've stated this many times. How can you be Klopp out when you think he's the second best manager in the league? He's got the second best squad, and he's been finishing second. To me, that
Exactly.
makes no sense. Very similar to
For
the
me-
Anthony Joshua Usyk thing, where
Yeah.
Usyk's better than Joshua. Usyk beats him, and everybody criticizes Joshua, but everyone expected him to lose.
It's not skillful.
You know, it don't. That to me don't make sense unless you think Klopp is better than Pep. That's where
That's what I'm
better
I'm
than.
asking you, Husam. When you go to Manchester
Look at
City's
Matisse
team,
save. Matisse,
and you
you're a
go to
nice guy,
Manchester
man.
City's manager, and you go to your team, and you go to your manager, even with some of the additions you're saying, how many times out of 10 do you expect to be winning the league of City? If you was to go
Minimum 5. Minimum 5.
you think
That's why I'm
it
not-
should be a
look,
split?
I'm not taking the credit away from City. If you notice earlier on, what I said was I didn't say all three of them we would have won. I said we would have won at least one more. So to minimum. So it would have been like 2 titles to 2, something like
Based
that.
on what,
The
though?
Pep
Based on
Club thing
what?
stuff.
Based on what? Based on what?
Based on us always missing on one small thing
But you do
that would
realise,
make us
bro,
better.
that
And
the thing is, it's pressure, and it's Pep knowing how to handle pressure. So if you've got extra points in one of the games earlier, Pep's handling the pressure better.
yeah,
than
but
Klopp.
that's way
So-
too hypothetical. That's way too
Well,
hypothetical.
so's what you're saying, bro. You're hanging everything.
No,
on
but I'm
one
not saying
point.
anything
Like,
crazy hypothetical. I'm saying
so I am
had we
the brother,
addressed our issues in one, I'm saying City would have won titles. I'm not saying, see, this is the problem. People get triggered for no reason. City would have won titles.
I agree.
City would have won titles. You know, no one's saying City would have won 0 league titles. I'm saying we'd have won at least one more. Either the last season that happened, or maybe perhaps 18-19 or 2021. One of them we would have won. One of them. Okay. 3 seasons out of those 3, 1 we would have won. 2 City still would have won. That at least puts us at 2 league titles each.
All from 3.
I respect Klopp enough to say if we had maybe one more option, one more piece every year, that's what would have happened. And the thing is, look, now the whole Klopp situation, for me personally, it's looking peak in terms of look. I don't think they're gonna sack him. I don't think they're gonna.
I don't think they should. I don't think they should sack him. I think
think
Liverpool fans need to get. I understand that you're frustrated that you're not getting everything that you want, but there needs to be some perspective on Klopp here and what he's done for the football club. And I think you're not getting any better than Klopp. I really don't think you are. You have to look at the managers that are around. Who are you bringing in to improve on what Klopp has done?
Sam will ask for Stevie G, to be frank.
I think Hansi Flick or Luis Enrique would be the two, I'd say.
Flick's a shout. Enrique,
you cannot give this team that's currently constructed to anyone but like an extremely world-class manager. It's either Enrique, Flick, someone like that. You can't give it to anyone.
But hold on, we have to recognize that yes, you haven't capitalized on maybe the playing squad that you had, but you've also come up against a ridiculous Man City team. You've had to go to stupid points tallies. Most seasons you win, but again, that doesn't matter. You didn't win.
I can't lie. If we were having this conversation 2 years ago, I would agree with you, Matthias. But that shouldn't run for me anymore because
I hear you. You're frustrated, but you've seen that Klopp with the sporting director can rebuild a Liverpool from 6th, 7th to title winners, right? You've seen that. So would you not rather trust him to rebuild this Liverpool team again than go and get someone new to rebuild it?
But we don't need a rebuild.
You do.
No, we don't.
You're not finished the rebuild, but you do need you're still in the rebuild because your forward line.
Even at this point in time, we do not need a rebuild. We are literally 1 or 2 signings away from challenging and possibly winning the league or the Champions League. It still is possible. Look, Alisson,
that's true. That's true.
Van Dijk, Matip, Konate, Tsimikas, Robertson, Fabinho, Thiago, Salah, Diaz. You're not talking about bums here. Rebuild.
Yeah, we're not talking about bums. We're not. But
one second.
For me, when you Mane,
rebuild is Man United or Arsenal, not us. They have 0 world-class players. Arsenal have 0 world-class players.
No, we have a world-class player. Don't do that. We do have.
We're literally 1 or 2 players away from competing and winning. I'm not just talking competing. I'm talking winning. So I don't think a rebuild is needed. I just think signings are needed.
Hypothetically was the word, I believe. Hypothetically.
But for me, when you look at the midfielders,
you can't say hypothetically about something.
Well, you said it. I'm just using your words, bro.
You said in the past. You can hypothetically. You're talking about the future.
Almost winning it hypothetically. I get it.
Okay, bro. Haha. Same old jokes. What a Champions League for Man City.
So we're talking the same old jokes. There we go.
We're gonna move. We're gonna move on in a second. We're gonna move on.
How ironic.
Put them on the table.
We're gonna move on in a second.
But because I know 2 people here can put them on the table.
We're gonna move on in a second. But hold on.
You will never see it your whole life. You will never see it ever.
Not rattled at all, are you?
You've made a lot of predictions, Husam, that have been wrong. So I wouldn't say that one either. I wouldn't say that prediction in the public eye.
No, I want him to say that, bro. I want him to say that. That usually means it happens very soon. So, like, sooner than we think with the 12 points.
Crazy how we've been to more finals than your whole club in the last year, man. That's mad.
It's not crazy at all. You're a bigger club than us. It's very normal.
All right, let's get back on track. You man are starting to. This is not a space. I want order. This is not a space. I'll start muting you. I'll start muting you lot. This is not a space. I'm not arguing with United Trey. Okay, this is not football Twitter. Settle down, relax. Relax. We need to move on to Manchester United anyway. But the reason why I said rebuild is because Fabinho seems to be tailing off. Henderson's your captain. He's not reliable anymore. Milner's aging. That's 3 midfielders already. Thiago's not reliable. He's injury prone. Keita wants to leave. That's 5 midfielders that are either needing to be replaced or are going to move. I don't know. Not all of them, but minimum you could looking at 3 to 4. Your defense, Matip's injury prone. Is he not?
Extremely.
Yes.
Firmino was shit, right? That's another part of the Salah, Mane, Firmino front 3. So for me, that's a lot of people in and out. That's a rebuild in my book. But let's talk about Man United. How much praise are you giving? Yeah, how much praise are we? How much praise are you giving them, Flawless? And you know, obviously the performance was a massive improvement from what we've seen so far, first 2 game weeks. But is it sustainable? Are you gonna be consistent? Are you gonna put some points on the board after this one?
Well, we started well in it, obviously getting points on the board, you know, big relegation 6-pointer and that. So we did that. Firstly, I give credit to Ten Hag because people have been, you need a bigger sample size. People are way too quick to write a manager off or say the manager's going to be the best in the world and that. And that was off 2 games. And I was stating this. You mentioned Twitter Spaces. That happens a lot in Twitter Spaces. Not Husam's because his are top-notch, top quality. You do a great job, fam. Like all bullshit aside. But in regards to Ten Hag, people, he should walk away. He's not good enough. He should be sacked. All the 2 games. Bear in mind, these are not his players, and I stated this for the longest. His signings, I have no issue with. The problem was we didn't have enough. Why were people expecting different results different performances with these same old players? I had no issues with Malacia, who was great yesterday. Martinez, who I've wanted to see next to Varane for the strongest minute because I believe he's the best profile of player next to Varane. Eriksen, who was involved in the first goal as well and just kept things moving throughout the game. So where I give Ten Hag credit is dropping Luke Shaw, dropping Harry Maguire, dropping Cristiano Ronaldo. 3 players I'm not fans of. Everyone who was up in arms about, Maguire's still the captain, he don't have his own mind, he's a puppet to the Glazers, all this nonsense. Just because you're captain doesn't mean you can't get dropped. You know what I'm saying in that? Henderson is captain for Liverpool. He's been dropped many a time. We've seen his Pep has switched captains, has not played his captains. No, I'm just using that as an example. You see, has Henderson not been dropped as captain? Am I lying?
He hasn't been. I wish you were right, man. I wish you were, but he hasn't been dropped. Klopp always plays
he's played every single game.
When he's fit, he always plays. He
plays a lot. He does play a lot.
I stand corrected. I thought he didn't play every game in it. All right, maybe that's why. Maybe that's a problem then, isn't it? Maybe that's why you ain't been as successful as you should have been. But as I was saying anyway, so he dropped Harry Maguire. You know what I'm saying? He dropped Shaw. He dropped Cristiano Ronaldo, and he had a game plan. And defensively, we were sound. All the Martinez jokes are now quiet. He's another one people were very critical of. I've said this from the beginning. If Martinez is successful or unsuccessful, whether he's successful or unsuccessful at Manchester United has nothing to do with his height. It's a skill level thing. You can be his size as a centre back. Can you position your body in the correct way so you can put off the attacker who's attacking the ball? Bear in mind, he's not lost an aerial duel yet, but people won't talk about that. We criticize Trent all the time at the back post.
Did he not lose any aerial deals against Brentford?
I'm not sure. I don't think it was classed as an aerial duel, but I know he's done very well anyway. This is what
pretty sure he was 0 for 2 in one of these games. Well, I'm gonna check.
Yeah, you would know that. You want to save Husam, but you don't want to save me.
I actually don't think his height's going to be a massive issue, but
I don't think it is. So
but that was a false stat, I believe.
So it's not. I'm saying that's what I heard. That's why I always say that's what I heard.
False stats around here.
I said that's what I heard. False. I say what I heard. This is what I've heard. So in regards to that, Ten Hag implemented a game plan and the players delivered. I've said this before the game in previews. I was talking about just trying hard. You know what I'm saying? Just putting in effort, just running, just sprinting, closing down. I'm asking professional athletes, professional footballers just to do the basics. And we did the basics. You know what I'm saying? Even though I wasn't happy with the midfield because seeing McTominay or Bruno in there, it was just Rashford, even though he scored, I was like, Alanga, but I understood where Ten Hag's thought process is. But we still need players. Casemiro is going to be a big signing for us, absolutely, because he goes straight into that midfield. So when you had Casemiro and Eriksen in the midfield, all of a sudden now you have a functioning midfield. We've been linked with Anthony. It seems that he'll be on the way. We've been linked with Gakpo also, which gives us more options in wide areas.
100 million for Anthony. Is that a smart move?
Yes. When Alanga's playing, yes, it's a smart move. Yes.
Alanga was brilliant, to be fair. He skinned Trent.
I want to say, who don't skin Trent?
He skinned him.
Giving you credit for that. You don't skin Trent. Mitrovic skinned Trent. Everybody gets that Trent. You know what I'm saying? And that him and the back post be having long-term issues. We know this. You know what I'm saying? From last season all the way up until now, like, you get me?
You guys don't keep the same energy for every fullback. That's my problem.
Why? What fullback do we not keep the same?
Reece James got beaten against Leeds.
He did got beaten by Rodrigo.
You asked against Allen next, man.
This is the United section. Go for it. Go on. You want to cook Reece James and Kyle Walker?
No, I don't want to cook. All I'm saying is you don't keep the same energy.
We have to admit, you do realize that
Kyle Walker
you don't keep the same energy. Me? I've not because
it happens to Trent more often than it happens to those two.
Yeah, I don't think it does. I don't. I,
So-
don't-
and second-
Okay, so are you fine with what you're seeing?
I think
defensively?
Trent is better defensively than Walker. I think Walker is just pace. He just uses recovery pace. I think Reece James is probably slightly better defensively, but
I said slightly.
Trent
though.
defensively better than Walker.
absolutely.
Don't
Daps,
mind, this is-
Daps,
this is
are you
United-
okay with that?
Hey, I'm just letting you know,
Bro,
Husam.
listen,
This is
I'm
the
okay
United
with
section, but
whatever-
you go for
This
it.
guy's wrong too many times. Okay with whatever he says, man. Listen.
Daps is not-
Listen, because he thought he did think Klopp was better than Pep. Now all of a sudden he won't answer the question. So I'm okay with whatever he says. Listen, I mean,
Opinions can change. It's okay. It happens.
also,
True say, you know what I'm saying?
that
He's gone
will
from
change
Klopp
next
in
week,
to
and the
Klopp
week
ready
after,
out.
and the week after that.
Alan
less
San
reaction.
Maximan ripped Kyle Walker a new asshole on the weekend.
But that was one of the best dribblers in the league versus Elanga.
Doesn't matter.
How many
That's not the
leagues has
point.
Trent?
You have to.
Trent
You.
won?
It does
That's
matter.
not the
If Eden Hazard in his prime rips a fullback, I understand that. If Elanga rips a fullback, I don't understand that. So what happened?
You're
It's
missing.
insane.
You're missing the point. The point is
You're missing the point.
Deflection
The energy-
is
the
point.
energy is not the same.
Deflection is the point,
yes,
bro.
the energy is not the same,
Deflection's
and
your
it's not.
point.
It's not the thing where it's like Trent gets cooked every week. But my thing is literally like as soon as Trent
He's been
does
cooked
anything,
every week this season,
compilation on Twitter, like, oh look at this. It's just because the reason is, and you guys don't want to hear this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. The reason is just because Trent is on another level to these guys, with all due respect. So every time he does something, it's like magnified, and like look, oh he's done this. Oh look, one time dribbled past. Oh shit, like bro, every single right back and left back in history have gotten dribbled past. You get me? It's just different energies.
Sam, you know I'm a big fan of Trent.
Because-
You
because
just
when
tell
you-
me
I'm-
out
to
of
be
nowhere.
honest,
I'm
to be
like,
honest,
what?
right?
Straight shots?
I'm not here to rubbish Trent, but I think Trent's
I am.
Trent's
I am.
concentration.
I am.
Trent's concentration is definitely an issue at times, and he has been covered a lot by his right side centre back. But that's not.
And
that's
Henderson as well, who they're very
yeah.
critical
But,
of.
but anyway, you see with Manchester United, you didn't play
Yeah.
Ronaldo, right? Chelsea
Yeah,
fans
yeah.
will tell me that
Same,
Ronaldo absolutely has to come to the club. He's the savior of our team. He's going to
I
make
agree.
us much better in every single department. The chance
Also
creation
agreed.
is going to go up. The midfield imbalance is going to improve. He's going to get goals from our high volumes of chances created, even though we've only created 3 big chances in the league so far. And I think Liverpool have created 6, even though they had 2 games played at the time when the stats were given. So they created double with 1 less game. But anyway, does he come back into the team? Because he wasn't really fit, was he? It's easy to was he fit for this game? Because Ten Hag
He wasn't. He's not fully fit, and that's why Martial.
So when he's
also
fully
didn't
fit
start.
now, is he going to
He's fully fit, does
sacrifice?
he? No,
Yeah.
he doesn't, because Ronaldo isn't a foil for anybody else. He is one of them. Like I've said this before, I'll say this again about him. He is a goal scorer, and that's it. Nobody else thrives around him. When you look at Bruno's number, even though I'm not a fan of Bruno, look how Bruno's numbers dip around him. Sancho don't eat. Rashford don't eat. Nobody else around him eats. It's just him. You know what I'm saying? So him scoring 18 goals is all well and good for him as an individual. But if you are trying to play a team game in 2022, you are not signing Cristiano Ronaldo. Chelsea's striking options are Kai Havertz and Michy Batshuayi. And Tuchel still looked at him and went, nah. Bear in mind, he'd be available at a cheap price. Bear in mind, you're negotiating from a position of power because he wants to leave. So that tells you what, that's why he'll still be at Manchester United. Can he be effective at Manchester United? Absolutely. As a squad player, like where he was at yesterday, that's why I want to see him in that type of role. Then maybe coming off the bench when we're looking for a goal, or maybe playing in Europa League games, which I think he could be very effective in, FA Cup and League Cup. But starting week in, week out is not it. Like I said, would I like Chelsea to come and get him? I said it. Here's what we'll do in it. You lot take Ronaldo, what, even throw in Harry Maguire because you lot have been linked with him. Hashtag get the fridge to the bridge. I'm with it. You know what I'm saying in that? Let's go. You know what I'm saying in that? Ronaldo and Maguire, man. Just come swoop.
Might chill well.
You know what I'm saying in that? Like, that's what it is. But
I'm not feeling any of that.
Are you not feeling the Maguire thing?
I'm not feeling.
You're not feeling the
any of
Ronaldo
that.
thing?
Yeah, you can keep your model, your Instagram model who showers outside live.
Yeah, they was on the bench yesterday. You know what I'm saying?
You can keep your fridge. Yeah, you can keep your Samsung fridge as well. We don't need that.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
fine.
You need a centre back though.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I want the right centre
so
back.
Harry Maguire free.
No.
He can play in the back free, left-sided centre back, right-sided centre back. Reece James, the English connection, and all that. Like, let's let it run. You feel me? Next to Thiago Silva, who's quality. That can work. You can also play left-sided centre back as well. You got Kante in front.
You're moving like a salesman
Jorginho in
right now.
front of
You're
him.
moving like a salesman.
What can I say? I am in it. I'm
This
just trying to sell
reminds me
it
of
to
some
you.
of Matisse's streams during the summer. To be
You know what I'm
fair.
saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
and
Yeah,
that's
man's
what it is,
calling.
Matisse.
Man's calling in. Look, we got an offer, 50% discount. If you
Right.
buy one, you get another one free.
Free,
And then by the
free.
time now, when you come to purchase the item, it's broken. Do you know what I'm saying? You can't return it. Oh, sorry, I didn't print you off a receipt. I didn't CC anybody else in the email. I don't know who you are. What's your name, Karen? No, what? What? Who? Who are you? Ashley? I don't know who you are. You must have called the wrong number. That's what you're
Yo,
on.
that's
Some
what I'm saying.
fraudulent bullshit. Some
It's not
fraudulent shit.
The Maguire thing, I didn't pull this out of thin air. This was a rumor that got started. I was like, yo, hashtag get the fridge to the bridge. You need a centre back. You know what I'm saying? Let's go.
After this
He's not playing
performance,
for us.
is sixth still the best you can hope for?
No, I said fifth, but anywhere 4 to 6 wouldn't surprise me. But I've already put the Premier League for the first time ever as a Manchester United fan. It's kind of second priority. I said target the Europa League. I've been saying this for the longest. I've said win that. It's our best way of getting back into the Champions League. Do I believe we're one of the 4 best teams in the league? No, I don't think we are. Could that change depending on incomings, depending on who we sell, also with other teams as well? But currently, as it stands, getting into the top 4 is a tough ask when you look at the managers in place of the other teams in the Big 6. When you look at the teams they have, even though Chelsea, Liverpool are struggling, they're still good teams. Like I need a bigger sample size than 3 games. People talk about Arsenal and Spurs winning the league. Like we're 3 games in, people. There's still 35 games left to play. There's so much football to be played. The start of last season, I think it was Everton and Aston Villa who were they're the top of the league. They were first and third. Like, so people going way, way, way over the top. So go and target the Europa League. And the reason why we should target that is because when I look at the team that reached the final for us last time, not only did we have a worse manager, the squad was way worse. The squad we have now is much better than the squad that reached the Champions League final, reached the Europa League final. So that's what I'm looking at. Go target that competition. And I hope Ten Hag prioritizes it. I would sacrifice the Premier League for winning the Europa League. So if it meant we finish 6th, if it meant we finish 7th, but win the Europa League, cool. Not only is it a trophy, it's a European trophy, and then you're back in the Champions League, and then you build on that, try to go further in the Champions League the year after, and then make a proper assault on top 4. Do I expect us to be in the top 4 race? Yes. I believe we're good enough to be in the race and compete. Do I believe we finish in the top 4? No. But obviously, injuries can happen. You know what I'm saying? Husam talking about Liverpool's whole future being at stake. So maybe there's worse problems at these clubs than I know. Maybe, innit? Because I'm not looking from the inside. This is facts, as Roman said. So that's how I'm looking at it. But very pleased with the performance. I'm hoping we kick on against Southampton, get on the ball a bit more, dominate. Hopefully Casemiro plays as well, which should improve the midfield. Hopefully we don't see Maguire, Shaw, and Ronaldo in the starting lineup. He's slowly but surely getting out all the players man don't rate. And hopefully we have some new signings before the window closes as well. Bring me Anthony and Gakpo. So man are talking about prices, I don't care. Bring in players. I don't care what fee, don't care who. I back the manager 110% in it. I'm Ten Hag all the way in. Like I'm not Ten Hag.
You wasn't trying to hear the Arnautovic links though.
No, but if that would, I've said I wasn't happy about it. But if he gets here, I'ma back it. I'm not gonna rubbish it. Same way when we got linked with Mason Mount. I'm like, I don't want Mason Mount, but if the manager wanted him, I'm gonna back it and
even
see
Rabiot as
what
well.
He's gonna do. Rabiot was another one. I called it underwhelming. That's what they were, very underwhelming considering how we had started the window. Because all the signings we've made so far, I like a lot. The 4 signings we've made all make sense. Understand them all from a profile. They all improve our first 11, which then in turn improves our squad. Like you would have said last year that our midfield would be better than Liverpool's. You would have said that our bench would be stronger than theirs. Nobody would have been saying these things.
Yeah,
So
they had a lot of
something to
injuries,
concern.
didn't they? Is that obviously we
happen.
know they're going to get more injuries, but is that the context for Liverpool in this game before we move on? Is that Matip's out, Konate's out, Thiago's out?
But in regards to some of the injuries, we knew this. We know Matip's injury prone. We know Thiago's injury prone. Konate, I'm not sure about. Nunes did Amazo. Jota seems to stay fit most of the time, but we know they needed improvement. They're trying to catch Manchester City. That was their goal and objective in this summer window. So go out and do that. Like I said, Darwin Núñez will score goals for them 110%. Is he the guy to close the gap on Manchester City? To me, no. Is he the guy to take them over the top in the Champions League? Also, no. They needed much more, but that's their lookup. Same way when I look at my team, it's all about bringing in players because we have a new manager to fit what the manager wants to do. You know what I'm saying? To go make an assault on the top 4, to play an actual style, have an actual style of play and implement that. Go make an assault in the Europa League and stuff like that and build upon. So that's why I'm pleased because his new signings have been fine. And it wasn't just against just against Liverpool. Eriksen's been one of the bright sparks. Martinez has been one of the bright sparks in both defeats. It's your McTominays. Even yesterday, you see this. But with the new players coming in, you see how that helps the other talented players. That's why Varane looks so assured. Varane looked fine yesterday. Dalot looks fine. Bear in mind, he's coming up against Diaz. This is Dalot who can't defend, and he's terrible on it. But he came up against a very tricky winger and did his job and did very well. I'm saying Sancho, quality player. I've been saying this. It's not a talent thing. How often do we get him the ball in those areas? We don't. But that's because Eriksen has played the quick 1-2 with Elanga. But we don't have that player in Eriksen to play that quick 1-2.
Yeah,
we don't have that. But now we're starting to.
It was outrageous finish from Sancho. Daps, it was nuts. I want to get your take on United before we go to City. Any change in your opinion of where Man United are? Like, because we would have all been surprised, Daps, that they beat Liverpool. So does that change your outlook?
I wanted it because I don't see United as a threat. So I wanted it because I want to see Liverpool, especially the way Liverpool fans saw that game. It was an easy 6 points. I wanted them muddied, right? But I still, if I was to say who's a bigger threat to Man City right now, it doesn't change. It's still
of course, yeah. But does your outlook on Man United's future change a little bit? Do you think there's a brighter future with Ten Hag? Do you think? How do you see it? Because obviously the first two games was a mockery.
I think that 100%. I think the fans deserve some credit as well for actually turning up and not like, because I've been speaking all week about how the fans' mentality about that game was awful. Like,
they were going to go on a protest.
They were. I'd ask fans, could you beat Man United? No. Could you beat Arsenal? Yes. And I'm like, but Man United could you beat Liverpool? No. Could you beat Arsenal? Yes. And I'm like, but Arsenal started better than Liverpool. Your mentality is so fucked. You can't even think about beating Liverpool. So the fact that the fans turned out and actually backed their team was relevant because they gave the players energy. The players returned it by, you know what, have some energy back. And then the energy carried them over. For me as a fan, that's what I saw from the whole game. It was a couple of little changes, a couple of little tweaks, and all of a sudden things changed. Like having, who's the left back?
Malacia.
Malacia,
thank you. Having Malacia there was relevant. You don't have Shaw on the left no more. You've got a competent left back. So now your whole defense changes. You don't have to all change the way you're playing for Shaw that basically can't do that second tackle. Shaw loses the ball, he's lost. Malacia loses the ball, he's like, I'm going to win it back. That's the difference. So it's just United looked like a team all of a sudden that wanted it that little bit more. Do I think that they're going to go on and do I fear playing them at the Etihad in a couple of weeks? No. It doesn't change it, but I do think the fans yesterday focusing their energy in the right place was relevant. It helped the team. So it was just nice for me. Listen, I'm out here chilling, having a drink, watching that unfold. I'm just good. I'd rather focus on my team. And
let's get into it. I mean, you dropped points, but overall in the game week, you ended up gaining points on probably your biggest issue this season, which is Liverpool. So it's not the worst situation. And the way, I guess the way you draw is important as well. You know, if you were 2-0 up in this game and then you go and
how
get
are you
pegged back.
introing it this way, Matisse? How are you making it positive?
Because they've gained points on you, bro.
They to Newcastle and you're acting
but Newcastle are a good team. No, do you know why? Because Newcastle are one of the most informed teams this year.
Yep.
They're a very good team. They're in my opinion a harder team to go to than Man United if you compare the starts of the season and you compare the calendar year form
and the fan base's mentality at the moment.
But also, I mean, the way
Man City should be winning, bro. They should be winning.
So you're
should have you, bro.
I mean, are you?
Sorry, can I just say?
Let me ask Daps. Are you disappointed? Are you disappointed? Let me ask you. Are you disappointed?
I'm disappointed every time we lose a damn game, bro. I'm disappointed.
But you drew, so are you disappointed with the draw?
I looked at that result and saw it. I said this is not the Newcastle of previous seasons under Steve Bruce. Like I've said, the one team that I could predict could, if they spend wisely in the next 10 days and then again in January, could get in the top 6 because, like you said, when people look at January to December, and it is relevant, the season that Liverpool won the league, their January to December was very, very relevant. Best form in the league, right? So it is relevant. The form you carry from January to May, if you can carry that into the next season, it's very relevant. And Newcastle have strengthened since then. So it's no longer the Steve Bruce Newcastle we can just bowl over. I'm worried about Ake getting injured slightly. I think that highlights an issue because I think if we're playing with inverted wingers that are tucking in, Ake is perfect for that because he can step out and just snuff any counters. So, but it's a point away from home at Newcastle. I'd rather do that now than have to face them in April when we're fighting for a league. We've got a point there. And like you said, Liverpool dropped 3 points. We've gained a point on Liverpool. They are the only people I fear, so I'm good. I'm very good. Now, Sam, if you want to see that as a negative on us, that we've gained a point on you, I'm perfectly fine with that, bro. I mean, that point at the end won us the league last year, so I'm cool.
Do you think it's a bad point, Husam? Do you think it's a bad point?
Oh, of course it is a bad point. Same way I think our results have been poor. The Fulham Crystal Palace. I'm not gonna come up here and say, oh, Palace are like a good team, so it's okay if we draw them. And Diaz scored the wonder goal and we had 10 men. Nah, fuck that, bro. We're supposed to beat every single team. Man City and Liverpool are supposed to beat every single team, except when they face each other. So when they don't beat, it's always a bad result. Now I hear the Newcastle thing. They are improving, of course, and stuff. They're not like amazing yet, but they are improving, and they're improving like very well under Eddie Howe as well. But Man City are still expected to win that game. I'm sorry, like the same way we were expected to win the game and we didn't.
I know you guys are used to going to 94, 95 points, but I genuinely don't think that's happening this year. I think it's going to be a lot harder. Wolves look like a proper team now. They're not going to be easy. They're never easy, to be fair. Even Liverpool.
I think Daps is looking at the wrong team. So are you. I think Daps needs to start looking at the team. I think Arsenal are
trying this Arsenal thing
again. Bro, they're 1 injury away, brother.
You're running with Arsenal.
Calm down, bro. 1 injury away.
He's taking the piss.
Arsenal
even me
for the title.
Even
the
me,
only team right now with a 100% record, Arsenal Football Club.
Said this before. If Arsenal win the Premier League with Granit Xhaka playing in midfield, throw the spot away. You know what I'm saying? Throw the spot away. Show's over.
Even me and Fred were saying it earlier. Like, if they bottle it from here, let's be real, that's embarrassing. Like, you're top of the league. How can you bottle it from here? How can you? 100%. Do you have to question the mentality of the team if they bottle it from here?
We're going to have an Arteta-Pep rivalry now as well.
Bro, you have to see the job out. You're 23rd of August. 23rd of August, you have to see it out. Bro. Yeah. Can you imagine?
I fell for that fully, as well, completely.
Bro, the amount of Arsenal fans that fell for that when me and Fred were saying that, and they were like, what? Last season we don't finish in the top 4. Now you expect us to win the league? What kind of nonsense is this? I said, fam, bloody hell, sarcasm is lost on people. But I have to give massive credit to Newcastle, right? Because Callum Wilson, St. Maximum, Almiron, who Grealish got Grealish. Let's talk about Grealish. Are we going to talk about Grealish?
What did St. Maximum do?
I'm sorry, I've said it before on streams.
What did St. Maximum do, Matisse? Tell the
people. He cooked.
Yeah. And I don't always rate St. Maximum. He cooked.
Every time St. Maximum got the ball, he went past his man, and it was always unorthodox, but he does it every...
Who did he...
You tell us. You say the name. I know you'll get
energy. No.
Say it.
Matisse, no. Don't come at me.
I'll say it if you want, bro. If you want it
the
out.
Same way you introduce...
If that's your point you get this week, you can have it, bro.
This ain't even against you, Daps. Matisse, listen here, brother. You are going to keep the same energy. The same way you said trend this, trend that, no problem. Now say it properly. Alan St. Maximum cooked who? Go ahead, Matisse. Who did
Carl Walker.
Thank you very much. Same energy. That's all I'm asking for. That's it. I'm good now. We can carry on. No problem.
I'm not even going to blink at that, honestly. We look at individual games. We move, honestly.
You're not worried. You're not worried about Carl Walker long term.
What do you mean define long term?
No, because obviously Husam, the way Husam's asking about it, I'm obviously, when I say Trent, I've been questioning Trent defensively, sleeping at the back post for a while. Physicality wise, Mitrovic kills him there for Fulham. It's been happening consistently, but he wants the same energy for Carl Walker. So I'm just asking the question: should we be looking at Carl Walker defensively in the future?
What, like 2 years time? Hell yeah. But our board will do that before any of us do, bro. Don't worry about my board and my club. They'll look at it. They probably already are, to be frank. Because the thing is, once our left back gets settled, Cancelo will switch to the right, so we're fine. Don't worry about us.
Interesting. But yeah, Callum Wilson deserves a lot of credit, man, because the finish was incredible. Incredible finish. Absolutely incredible.
The Callum Wilson thing is there's ways to play against him. You can't sit back. You have to hit them on counters. You have to be explosive. And Newcastle did that. I said, listen, Eddie Howe in this game is not going to do like Steve Bruce has done previous seasons, because this is a bit of a landmark for them. So let's show where we are right now. And that's what they did. They showed that, like, and also the Newcastle fan base wouldn't have allowed that right now. They're on a high. You can't be putting in Steve Bruce's performances. So I'm happy with the point. We were 1-0 up. So, of course, at that point, I'm thinking this could be easier than I thought. But listen, we moved. I'm under no illusion we are going to win every single game. If Sam thinks that Liverpool and City should win every single game, put some respect on the Premier League, it don't happen. No. It doesn't happen. The quality's too high. So Newcastle, 1 point away from home, I'm more than happy with that.
So you should know that. They played 3 games and not win. So you should know that. But I hear you.
You know who's one guy you need to be worried about, I think, at this point in time, because I think it's I don't know, man, but like watching him, I think he's regressed even. No. He's regressed even more than I expected him to be honest. And that's their keeper, Ederson. Like he's pivotal to the system and stuff. He's needed for the Pep style of play, but his shot stopping, like, I don't know,
Sam,
man. Like,
Sam, are you going?
I don't even think he was
rattle me.
bad.
You know how to rattle me, and the Edison one rattles me, bro. Don't do this. Not this week. There's not
I'm
been
just
enough
asking you
slander in the
question.
media
What
for
is
this.
this, bro?
You need to back it with slander from somewhere. This
I got rattled for 35 minutes. All I did was ask a question, and now you're mad?
Hassam, wait, before you continue that, Hassam, what, you didn't get rattled for 35 minutes. What happened that you got rattled?
I didn't get rattled because you can't rattle me. Listen, my thing
you
is,
just said that. No. That's what I'm saying. You just said that I got rattled for 35 minutes. They always playing the victim, man. You know what I'm saying?
Please. Leave me alone.
Let's let him land. I want to hear this Edison point. I mean,
go on. The Ederson thing, I get he's pivotal to the Pep system. I get he's needed. He is what Pep wants. He needs someone who can pass the football. I understand completely. You get me? But my thing is, I don't think his shot stopping has ever been as bad as this. Like, I don't think it's ever been this bad. I think he's regressing a little bit in that department.
I think Pep though and City, I mean, they seem to want to defend with the football. That's always been the way. And when it comes to clean sheets, it's always Ederson and Alisson at the top. But Alisson's always making more saves.
Yep.
Much better shot stopper. Much better 1v1 with a high line. But yet, Man City still have just as many clean sheets as Liverpool last year. Tells me that one team.
Golden gloves, a lot more golden gloves, man.
Yeah, but that's not on him as an individual.
Okay, no problem, Bob. Carry on.
But defending is about a team, isn't it? Which goal are you highlighting where you feel like he should have saved? 100%?
I think the Wilson goal, and you could make an argument for the Trippier free kick as well. I don't think the free kick was
the Trippier free kick. It felt like an outstanding strike, to be fair, didn't it? No,
it was, but it wasn't like something that you can't save. I think Alisson saves that. De Gea saves that. I think.
I don't know about De Gea.
But also,
Mendy saves that.
Mendy saves it. That was going to be my next one. You think Mendy saves it?
Yeah, Mendy saves it, but Mendy is the opposite of Ederson. He can shot stop, but he can't pass to save his life.
Yeah. Mendy's ridiculously tall, to be fair. He does get a hand to the Wilson strike, but obviously it still goes in. I'm watching the Trippier goal. It is in the top corner. I don't know. I see it as a great goal, but maybe Alisson is saving these. I'm not sure. I mean, I just saw it as a great finish.
If Alisson was City goalkeeper, they wouldn't get 22, 23 clean sheets. They'd get like 34 clean sheets. I'm being dead serious right now. I'm not even making this shit up, bro. I think they'd get like 10 more clean sheets had they have Alisson.
That's all. But it's not, babies, though.
But this is not an indication of how strong City's centre backs are, because I don't think any of you would take City's centre backs.
Yes.
Yes. Who are you taking? Tell me.
I'm taking Diaz.
No, you employ Maguire in it, so forget you. Matisse, who are you taking?
Yo, you played Nat Phillips and Joe Gomez. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? And that he's better.
Are you not
talking about?
Are you not taking
Laporte and Diaz improve your defense? What are you on about?
No, they don't. When everyone's fit, they don't. They ain't better than Van Dijk. They ain't better than Matip, and I don't think they're better than
Van Dijk. They ain't better than who? Van Dijk and who? Who's the other one?
But Flawless, you need to understand.
I didn't hear the first name. No, I asked you a question. I didn't hear the first name. No, who did you say before that? You say Matip. Did you say?
Yeah, Matip.
Matip, who can't stay fit. So what use is he?
No, but that's not the point. We're saying who's
no,
better.
that is the
from a quality standpoint. He's asking.
Yeah, from a quality standpoint.
If they don't stay fit, then
no, but Flawless, this is where I give credit to City. They have the best midfield on earth. On earth. They have the best. When Rodri, Kevin De Bruyne, and Bernardo Silva is the best midfield trio on earth. So their way of defense is not like
keep the ball.
Laporte
Matisse
yeah,
said,
Laporte and Diaz and these players are not gonna get isolated or have to defend one-on-ones or do any of that like a lot at high volume like other defenders do, because Rodri, KDB, and Bernardo are so good at keeping the ball. I don't know if you watched the West Ham game, the City West Ham game. They just passed West Ham to death. They just passed them to death, left, right.
Yes. Matisse said it though. They defend with the ball, but back to your original point, would I take them? Yes. Whether they start or not is a whole different conversation. But
you're Man United,
squads, yes. And you're Liverpool in that you have Nat Phillips and Joe Gomez. They go into your squad too. You know what I'm saying? They go into not first 11. I said your squad. They go into your squad.
But even that, not when fully fit.
Of course, they go into your squad. So
no, they don't. Van Dijk and Matip start.
You are not listening. You are not listening.
Who's on the bench? Kanate on the bench. You don't need two. Do you not have two centre backs on the bench? No?
Yeah, you had two goalkeepers on the bench.
Even if you have what are you talking about? It's probably going to be Konate and Gomez. Konate and Gomez, not Gomez and
Matisse. These men had two goalkeepers on the bench against us last season. Now Diaz don't make their bench, and Stones don't make their bench. You know what I'm saying?
It is not Gomez and Phillips. That's the point. It's not Gomez and Phillips.
I'm saying I'm taking Diaz over Konate and Matip anyway. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, well, I'm saying you're crazy. That's fine.
Yeah, it is what it is. That's cool. You also said it was an easy 6 points playing tonight.
City have the best midfield on earth. That's how they defend. They defend because they keep the ball and they pass you to death. But their defense and Ederson is not the reason they keep clean sheets. If they had Alisson instead of Ederson, they probably keep 10 more clean sheets easy.
Okay.
So that's my thing. Like Ederson should be I think Ederson's shot stopping is like average at best.
You talk about Matip's injuries, right? But if I take John Stones' injuries away from him, John Stones is very, very, very good. I'm not going to say elite. John Stones in the last 3 seasons, if you take away his injuries, last season has been very, very good. Last season when he played, he was our best defender. But he had injuries. So I'll go, that's an attribute. So I'm not going to put him there. But with Matip, it's like, no, we'll just blame the injuries and that's fine. Don't do it, bro. Like, honestly, I hear these things that none of City's defenders will get in your back four.
They won't.
Come on. Okay.
Except Cancelo. Cancelo does.
Not Walker, because defensively he's worse than Trent as well.
Yes, absolutely.
It's mad how we can win this many leagues with this bad a defense, bro. It is crazy.
But you get the entire midfield, and you get Haaland up front, and you get Foden. Currently, at this state in time, we get Salah. We get Trent, Matip, and
I mean, you do combine. This is a Liverpool problem, though. This is a Liverpool problem. They do combined 11, and the Premier League.
That's what I was going to say. No. So the combined 11 is the combined 11.
We get 5 out of 11.
So you know what? 11, so they get 5 out of 11. So the combined 11s are close. But you know, but you know what the biggest difference maker is. You know what I'm saying, and why this thing is becoming a thing is it's the difference between those two. It's not a shit joke. That's not a shit joke. It's between those.
Make the one line.
That's also. Wait. No. I just have to add this as well. Van Dijk is not exactly defending very well right now. So, you know, let's be honest.
I hear it, but he would start for every single one of your clubs, and he's
100%. But you know, he deserves some criticism.
Body of work.
He deserves some criticism. He deserves some criticism because he's not defending very well. Flawless.
No, I have no problem with that.
Body of work, yo, like he's a rapper. You ain't talking about your last 2 albums and that. What's this album saying?
No, but again,
what's this album saying in that? Is this
Van Dijk had 3 bad games to start the season.
But hold on. If you want to talk about form, then do the same.
To be honest, 2 things are correct at the same time.
What, Laporte's all of a sudden a shit defender or something?
What's the 2 things that are correct? What I was saying was when we do combined 11s, and Daps made this point earlier, when it's Liverpool and City and you do combined 11s, it's always close. Liverpool fans will always argue with City content creators, Chelsea, United, whatever, about getting so many in. So if you're getting 5 or 6 in a first 11, the biggest difference maker is the manager. That's why I wasn't making a shit joke.
The biggest difference maker is the squad, not the manager.
No. It's also it's the manager. 110% is.
You know what it is, Flawless, because you know I said we get 5 out of 11 in the starting 11 for City. If we were to do like with the bench, we probably get no one from the bench.
Okay, but wait. You just said you get no one on the bench. Wait. You just said you get no one. You just said now you don't get no one on the bench, but then 2 minutes ago just said Diaz and Laporte don't make your bench. Which one is it?
Oh, fuck off. That's mental.
Which one is it?
I never said Diaz and Laporte don't make our bench.
Yes, you did. No,
I
you
said
said
they
they
don't
don't make your
start
bench.
for us.
Yo, oh my God.
Matisse, what did I say?
Did he say that? Did he not say they don't make your bench? It's Joe Gomez. Did he not say that?
Did I not say
I
they
wish I
don't
could
start for us?
rewind. I wish I could rewind.
He said that.
Bro,
People, when you're
Flawless
watching this
said-
live, that's what he said. He
Flawless
said
said
Gomez
Nat
don't make our
Phillips-
bench. He said Kanate. He
Flawless,
said Kanate
Flawless,
make your
don't
bench.
lie. Flawless,
You
don't
did,
lie.
you
I
did,
said
if
Nat
I'm being
Phillips
completely
and
honest, you
Gomez.
did say that they're not making your bench because Kanate
Yeah,
is on the
you
bench.
looking shaky, right?
Nat-
And now, and then I
Yeah.
said you need 2 centre backs on the bench.
No, but I was talking about Phillips and Gomez, guys. Come on, let's not play this game.
Yeah,
Why
of
are we
course.
making
I
up
know you don't. I know you don't rank them over City defenders, but you rank Van Dijk, Matip, and Kanate over all the City defenders, right?
Yes.
Centre
Yes,
backs.
absolutely.
You only have,
yeah.
and you verbatim said we only have one
And I
centre
rank
back
all
on
the
our bench.
midfield above us as well.
No, you said only one set. You said only one centre back makes your bench, and you think you have the 3 best defenders. Now, see how things change. Liverpool fans always playing the
Bro,
victim,
this
man.
guy is
Always
making up-
playing the
Flawless,
victim.
Don't
man,
make
all
up
the time.
shit. You were talking about Gomez and Phillips, Nat Phillips.
Yeah,
And
and
I
you said
said
they don't make your
Nat
bench.
Phillips
Yeah,
does not make our bench. That's what I
yeah,
said.
100%. Yeah, you said
So
they
what's
don't
that
make your
got to
bench.
do
with
with the
Gomez.
City centre backs then?
Okay, I'll explain to you what that has to do with the City centre backs. You said Diaz and Laporte don't make your bench. This is what you said. Now, all
No,
of a
I
sudden
never
when
said
we do-
that. I said Phillips
Okay,
and Gomez don't make
alright.
our
When
bench.
this
The
is
comments
rewinding,
are going to be
watch it back.
beautiful.
The comments are
gonna
gonna
be
cook
beautiful.
you in, and it's gonna be beautiful in that. So
Okay,
Let
no
me
problem, but I
let me
never said the
finalize.
City thing.
Let me
I
fi-
said City's defense don't start for us, and that's okay. They don't have to have the best.
It's okay
centre
for
I
me
backs.
never
as well,
said
by the way.
that's
I'm
not
cool
what
with
that wasn't.
No
That
problem.
wasn't something I debated.
Yeah,
I
but their
never
whole
debated.
midfield starts for us, and they got
Yeah,
2 players
we know
up
that.
front.
Yeah.
So
let me
No,
finalize on this
basically,
point.
A midfield and 1 point, and we win the league. That's all we need. Cool.
Let me finalize on this point, all right?
That's your thought, rattled, man.
Because we have to come to an end soon.
You ain't even listening. You're not even listening to what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
I'm rattled,
You're
bro.
just
I'm
mad.
rattled. I am rattled.
I'm
Ke-
giving
Kevin-
you 6 players. I'm giving you 6 players.
This is not a combined 11 anyway. So why are we even doing
No,
this?
Matisse, I'm giving you
Hey,
6
Husam,
players.
you're a
Daps,
generous
and I'm
guy,
saying
man.
your
Yo,
entire
Daps-
squad,
Daps is giving you
except
6
for
players,
Konate
man.
and
I think that's
Tsimikas.
generous of him, to be honest.
How is that like a mad statement?
I think he's a nice guy, man. You're a generous soul, man.
I'm not
So
even.
that's why I fuck
And then
with
I'm
you, man.
getting.
You're my guy.
After doing that, I'm getting accused of being rattled when I'm
you're my
sat
guy.
in Barcelona. Right.
Yeah.
I don't know how many points above Liverpool. We didn't
Nah,
lose
Daps-
to United
Daps-
last
Daps-
night, but
Daps-
I'm the
he
one
gave-
rattled.
Daps, he gave
He
you
knows-
6
he
players,
knows
man.
how
I
many
think that's
points. He
generous,
said it
man.
to the-
Yeah,
I
I
think
know,
that's
I'm
generous
rattled.
of him. I think that's
You know.
generous. Give you 6 players. I think that's
Sam,
very
you're better
generous.
than this, brother.
Anyway,
Nah,
Do
let's
better than that.
let me finalize on this. Kevin De Bruyne needs his propaganda. Okay, we're not going to end the show without giving Kevin De Bruyne his flowers because the pass he played for Bernardo Silva is world class. It's a world class pass. Daps, talk about this man because he seems like he's just getting better and better this season.
Yeah, he really is.
And towards the back end of last season as well. The guy is just on a
From
madness
Crystal
right now.
Palace, from the Crystal Palace game that we dropped points in last season, that guy, apart from 1 or 2 little slip-offs in games, but that's fine, the guy has been unbelievable. It's like he's taken it. I've been saying it's like he's hit a certain age and realised I need to win as many damn trophies. And if that means I have to carry this team, I will do. The passing, the range, the way he doesn't even look is just... And this is what is a worry with Haaland, that the weight on the passes just allow... It's so easy for anyone playing for City because they can just let the ball do the work. As long as they get their body right, he's putting it on the plate for everyone. It's just too much. It's too much. Matisse, you must sit there and look at De Bruyne and Salah and just think...
Not as much Salah. Not as much Salah because Salah at
washed,
Chelsea
basically.
still needed a lot more developing to do. And he had to go to Fiorentina, he had to go to Roma, and he had to show that level and improve and then come to Liverpool. And I think Klopp has done Salah a lot of good.
Hear
Kevin
that Klopp
De Bruyne-
out, a lot of good. Sorry to cut you off. Klopp out stands. We're hearing you lot. You know, a lot of good. For you,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Your
he's done a
best
lot
player.
of good. And you see in games like that Manchester United game, we saw the back end of last season. Listen, Salah gets a lot of goals, but outside of the goals in general play, I don't think Salah's an elite level player like an Eden Hazard, and that's the difference. But he gets a lot of goals. He gets a lot of goals, and he's very, very good finisher. He's very good at running behind. He's actually a better dribbler than people give him credit for, and he can find the pass if he has to. However, in terms of actually taking control of a game and being a guy that drops deep and starts to get his foot on the ball, that's it. That's not his role, but he's not that type of player. And the players that can do that and dictate and say you're midfield, right? Seriously, because Sam's gonna have he's gonna have a seizure. But I'm about to make a point. Say you've got midfielders that can't progress the ball, yeah. Say you're not happy with Elliot or you're not happy with Henderson.
Which we already don't have.
Eden Hazard,
no.
Hazard in his prime drops into the center of Chelsea's midfield. He picks up the ball and he starts playing 1-2s and he starts progressing the ball and he starts dribbling past players. It's as simple as that. Salah does not do that. Salah is on the right wing and he's waiting for the ball to be played to him by Trent or by Henderson. And that's okay. They're different players. But that is the difference. Yeah. Because your midfield, if Salah was this, like ridiculous, like one of the best ever, we're talking like Ronaldinho levels, he would be able to drop into the center of the pitch and put his foot on the ball and start dictating play from there. But you can't play Salah in central attacking midfield like you can Hazard. You can't play Salah on the left wing. You have to play Salah off the right, and you know that. That's the difference. But
no, I don't know that. And your
hold that, Husam.
So if that's the case, then let's move Salah into a central attacking midfield role, and let's get
we
this
don't play with a
sorted.
central attacking midfielder. We don't.
Let's get Salah into the midfield.
We play 2-8.
Let's get Salah more central.
No one is saying. Listen, Hazard is obviously a better playmaker, but the way you just described Salah. Use all that on someone like a Jota, you'd be correct. But Salah is far more than just a goal scorer. I
didn't just call him a goal scorer. I said he can pass. I said he can dribble. But he's not as good at dribbling as Hazard either.
We are 3 games into the season with him.
No, it's true. No, that was true regardless. Even when he's at top 4.
Let me give you numbers. With him playing alongside fish and chips footballers, he has created 13 chances in 3 games.
I'm not saying he's bad.
He created 3 opportunities for the 4th truck we bought.
I know how he creates these opportunities.
Okay, so he's a creative player. He's a complete player. He ain't just give him the ball right way.
That's a big word. That's a big
He's
word.
Complete. He's absolutely complete.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he was completely in Malassia's pocket yesterday. But I'm saying
he was so much in Malassia's pocket he scored.
Yeah, when Malassia wasn't marking him. You know what I'm saying? And what result? How many points did that get you?
He dribbled past Malassia about 3-4 times.
How many points did that get you?
He dribbled past Malassia 3 or 4 times. He can't defend. We're gonna start an agenda on Twitter. Malassia can't defend.
Make sure you do that in the Twitter space tonight.
Hey, did you see when Malassia got dribbled past?
Make sure that's the title of the Twitter space tonight, please. Make sure you do that.
Don't worry about my Twitter spaces.
I'm not worried. I said make it the title, innit?
Don't worry. No.
That will get you.
We don't
title.
We don't take suggestions. I'm sorry, we don't take suggestions.
Why don't we take suggestions? Why are you
Feel
moving
free
like
to
Klopp?
email it to my complaints box.
Why are you moving passive aggressive like Klopp, man? What's wrong with you, man? I thought
I'm not passive aggressive. I'm not passive aggressive.
Boys, man. That was very
just responding to your unfunny one-liners. That's all.
You know what I'm saying? That why are you smiling if they're unfunny? Then look at you.
I'm smiling at Matisse smiling. I'm smiling at Matisse smiling.
I'm just sat rattled still. I'm just sat rattled.
I didn't know Salah gets to him like that. If I've known, I would have started with that in it. But make sure
Salah gets to him. I just hate when people make up shit. He ain't just a goal scorer.
I didn't just say he was a goal scorer, but in terms of the other attributes, like dribbling and like playmaking, he is not on the level of Eden Hazard in any other attribute apart from his finishing. It's as simple as that. It really is just as simple as that. Apart from his finishing, he is not on. In comparison to Eden Hazard's prime, any of his other attributes are not on the same level.
You say that. Is he better than Son?
You agree with me? You actually agree with me, right?
1 second. Let me ask you a question, Matisse. I agree with you, no problem. Who's better, Gerrard or Lampard?
I think for me, that's tough. It's close.
Because
I'm not even lying to you. It's close. It's very close.
Finishing, what can Lampard do better than Gerrard? Go ahead. I see now it gets sticky. Now it gets sticky when we have to keep the same energy.
No, because Lampard's better. Lampard obviously scores more goals. That's just statistically factual, right?
Okay, Salah scores more goals.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the first thing. Playmaking wise, I wouldn't say there's much between them. Lampard was a great passer. Gerrard was a great passer. I say Gerrard's a better tackler, 100%, much better tackler. More box to box, I guess you could say, with that tackling ability. Yeah, you could maybe have that one, but. Unfortunately, there's just not enough time for me to make a Imagine.
Well, the thing is, I can't wait to have this conversation with De Bruyne in the mix because I think he's about to overtake Gerrard on 1 or 2 things this season.
Nah, he won't.
No, he won't. Okay, cool. He won't.
I'm gonna lie.
He's already overtaken on Premier League's 1, bro. So.
As much as I rate De Bruyne, I don't think you'll probably disagree with me on this. Daps. I don't think he's better than David Silva. Legit.
Who?
De Bruyne.
Yeah,
I think David Silva's criminally underrated.
It's the hardest debate to have because it's all.
I rate De Bruyne highly. Don't get me
mistaken. Yeah. I'm the same with you, but De Bruyne, I have to wait for De Bruyne career at Manchester City
That's fair.
to even entertain that conversation. And it was a very good conversation, but
That's fair enough.
it's a hard one because Silver's a magician.
See that?
But
Exactly.
to put his numbers
have
around
that as the
undeniable
title of your
stuff.
Twitter space. You hear that? Very good conversation. You know what I'm saying in that? You hear that?
That's the same.
I
I've
can't
always
lie,
said the
Flawless,
same
you're
about
a great
Peck and
guy.
Klopp.
You're a great conversation when it's aimed towards me. I'm laughing. When it's towards Matisse and
Oh,
Daps, I'm
see,
laughing.
all right, okay.
When it's
all
towards
right,
me,
so
I
that's
ain't
what it is,
laughing.
yeah.
I can't lie
Oh,
to
you
you.
don't like
To
it.
be
Yeah.
fair, I
Enjoying
think he's returning the energy that was given in terms of we are going to take 6 points against Manchester United. We are going to take 6 points against Arsenal. We're going to slap them up. We're going to
know what's
beat the
crazy,
shit out
Matisse?
of them.
Yeah.
We're going to batter them. If you didn't say all these things, maybe
No.
Flawless wouldn't have been on your case. I don't know.
No, I
I
even
don't
been in
know.
this case. You know the difference, Matisse, in 7 days. It was all that last week. Now it's Liverpool's whole future is at stake. You hear me? One defeat later. I'm just like, well, we have 9 days to save our short-term future
I never said
and
Liverpool are all
long-term
that
future.
anyway last summer. Flawless, brother.
Yes. Talk to me, Husam, my brother. My
Listen to
guy.
me, brother.
Talk to me.
Brother
I'm listening.
Flawless.
We're going to wrap up in a minute.
Let's go.
Listen
What
to
we
me,
saying,
Flawless.
fam? I can do this too.
Listen,
What's going on?
I don't give
Yes,
a
my
shit.
guy.
1 second. Just listen to me. Hear me out.
I'm listening.
I don't give a shit if you are sarcastic and bad to me all season. I swear, I don't care. I'm all for it. I'm all
Sounds
for
like
bad.
it. Sounds
But
like it.
please do not lie on my name. I never said Liverpool were all that last week. I never said that against Fulham. I never said that after we beat Man City in the Community Shield. All summer long, I said we will not win the league.
But you did
without
say
signing
12 easy
players.
points.
And
You
now,
did
and
say
now the
12
fact
easy
that we
points.
so
won't
mad
sign
right now.
players,
He's
and now
so
the fact
mad.
that we ain't signing players, don't come at me and tell me, oh, Husam thought he was. No, I never thought we were all that to begin with. You got the wrong guy.
But
You
you
said
did think
12
you did
points.
think 12 points, and at
You
the
thought
moment you have
12
0.
points was said.
Yeah, okay, I
from
did
the
think
More
it was
than that,
points, and I was
everything.
wrong on
Mystic
that. No
Husam.
problem. I made the
Yeah,
wrong
yeah.
prediction.
Mystic Meg over
Yeah.
there, man. Let's go, man. You know
made
what
the
I'm
wrong
saying? Shout out to
prediction.
you, my guy.
You also
Never
have
call
said
me
before
Meg.
that
My
Klopp
name
is
is
better than
Husam, not
Pep.
Meg.
So
Oh,
we
sorry,
just kind
Mystic
of,
Husam. Sorry. My apologies.
Mystic
we're
Husam,
just
yeah.
bringing back what you said. Like you have said, Klopp is better than Pep. So I'm just all it is okay. You said these things. So now when
Daps is gonna
let's
hang
not
on
be
to this
reactionary.
forever now. Here we go.
No, bro, you said it. You've got to be accountable for it.
Yeah, hey,
if
hold
if
yourself-
all you
hey,
come back
exactly.
with, oh, you're going to keep saying this,
You need to
so I
not-
want an answer.
Facts, you
So
need
you
to
answer
hold
it and
yourself
keep saying
accountable.
it.
Don't be like Van
Pep
Dijk
will
when
take
Milner
his rugby at
challenged him.
Liverpool
Yo.
anyway, so
Oh,
it's
hey,
the wrong guy.
Sam, hold yourself accountable. Don't be like Milner when Van Dijk challenged him and that. Hold yourself accountable. Don't be like,
I am
don't know what-
accountable.
I
I'm
don't know
here,
what's
ain't
hap- I don't know what's happening
I'm
right
here,
now.
ain't
It's
I?
not
Did I
nice
run?
at the end of the
I
day.
didn't
No,
run.
no, you. I'm talking about Van Dijk. I'm saying in that. I'm talking about
Yeah,
the
but
best
Van
centre-back
Dijk
in
didn't
Premier
run
League.
either, so we both
You know what I'm
didn't
saying?
run.
No,
So
Van
look.
Dijk. Yeah, Van Dijk didn't run. You're right. You know what I'm saying? We've seen that. He didn't run.
Flawless.
We've seen it.
We're gonna wrap up. Sam, it's been a pleasure,
Southampton
bro.
away
You've,
next week, you know,
you've
we're
had-
gonna get hammered. I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna
you've
be
taken
here.
a lot of
You,
beating.
Hassan, what you're
today.
saying
It's
is
been a
you'll
tough
love it
one.
if we beat them. Love it. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're saying, isn't it?
let them know where to find you. It's been a tough one for you today. I can't lie, but fair play.
Listen, once again, I show face. You get me. I don't run, whether it's on a space or on YouTube.
You
I'm
don't
here.
run. Yeah, kind of
You
like Van
get
Dijk.
me?
Oh, go on.
Flawless. He said, "Let Husam tell them."
Yeah,
where
yeah.
they
Sorry,
can
I was
find
just.
you. That's what he just said.
He did
Matisse
say
is the
Husam.
host. He said, "Husam, let
you
them
know
know
what?
where you can find me."
I
Do you want to tell
I
them where
apologize.
you can find me?
I apologize. No, because you don't take suggestions on your spaces, so I don't care.
Exactly.
No,
I don't take
You
suggestions.
don't take suggestions.
I don't want to
I
take
don't care.
suggestions on where people
I
can
don't
find
care.
me either.
I
What
don't
if
care,
there's a
innit?
place I don't want them to find me in? It's okay.
Yeah, I don't
You get
care
me?
if you don't take my suggestions on board. And I thought we were brothers. That hurt my feelings. You know what I'm saying? You see what Milner did to Van Dijk?
I want
And
to
Van
apologize
Dijk's
because
feelings
you've
was
been
hurt.
hurting my
You know what I'm
feelings
saying?
all video
How?
long.
What did
You
I?
get
How
me?
did I hurt your feelings?
You
What
have
did I
hurt
say?
the shit of my feelings.
What did I do?
Now listen to me.
Tell me, no. Tell me what I did so I don't
Flawless,
do it
we're
again.
trying to wrap up, bro.
No. But you said that this is more important than football. Our brotherhood, yeah, is much more important than football and the Manchester United Liverpool.
Okay, guys,
rivalry.
you can find me
How
at
did I hurt your
Sarcasm
feelings?
City TV.
Yeah,
My
you
name is
can.
Flawless. You get me. Make sure you go to
Let's go.
That's me Flawless on Instagram and
Let's
on
go.
Twitter to follow me. That's where you can find me. You get me, because now I'm speaking for him and he's speaking for me. So
Yes,
when it's
100%.
his turn, he's gonna shout me
Facts.
out. So
100%.
go ahead and follow Flawless on That's Me Flawless Sarcasm City TV. Subscribe to his channel. Catch him on Twitch as well, and they do pro clubs and all that stuff. So make sure you go
Absolutely.
subscribe to the channel, follow him. That's where you can find Flawless.
And
Go
make
ahead,
sure
Flawless.
and
Where
make sure you can
people
find Don
me?
Husam. This is football. Great Twitter spaces, but we don't take suggestions from certain people. I don't know why, but we move. You know what I'm saying? Don Husam 6 across all socials. Make sure you subscribe to This Is Football. Fantastic Twitter spaces as well. But again, we are going to take on board more suggestions. We're not going to run it like Klopp because we're not trying to be the best runners up of all time. We aim for the top people. You know what I'm saying? And that we aim to be first place. So we'll get there. But yeah, man, Husam, I'm sorry I hurt your feelings, man. I apologize. Oh, no,
That's-
bullshit aside.
I'll let you tell the
What do I
people
do?
where to find you.
What do I do? What do I do? And Never a foul.
Daps, can
As
you
always,
ask
never a
Sam
foul.
why I hate his feelings? Maybe I'll tell you, innit? I don't know.
No, I'm too rattled to speak to his.
Oh, you too rattled. All right. I'll have to ask
rattled,
Matisse.
so,
Matisse,
yeah.
you can speak. You can be the mediator in it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what I did to Husam.
Daps, look behind you. You'll see
I don't
Ederson.
know. No.
Let them know where to find you, Daps, please.
Top of the league, more time. Currently not, to be fair, but never a foul. Never a foul as always. I don't know how to. I don't know how to follow from these two.
We're gonna wrap up, guys. Make sure you smash the likes.
Why are you shouting at Arsenal?
Make sure you
Bro,
subscribe.
I'm mocking the Arsenal fans.
I don't know what to say anymore.
Matisse
It's been an
wants to
incredible
wrap up.
episode.
Matisse wants to wrap up.
We're gonna wrap up.
Matisse can mute me. You know what I'm saying? He's
shocked.
fully
I'm
aware.
absolutely flabbergasted with this.
Hey, you sound like Trent defended at the back post, flabbergasted. But go on, carry on. Sorry.
You sound like Aaron Wan-Bissaka and the attacking third.
Hey, the guy who's on our bench. All right, calm. You know what I'm saying?
You sound like all your players for the last 2 years.
Yeah, great, innit? What happened on Monday?
What a
happened
trophy
yesterday?
for Manchester United.
What happened
What a
yesterday,
Champions
innit?
League football.
Yeah.
What a
We got
Champions League football.
We got champs. You know what I'm saying?
Tuesday and
We got
Wednesday,
champs.
you're going to sit there and watch
champs.
the Champions League football.
Yeah, I will do. I do watch
While
it.
we're
I'm saying I gotta make money. Yeah,
Don't make any plans Thursday night, please. Don't make any plans.
I
All
do have
season.
plans. I got
Thursday
watch
night, you're busy.
I got
You're
watch
busy every single Thursday night. I can go out Thursday night. You can't.
You do need to go out Thursday night. Can you? Are you sure?
Yeah, of course. 100% I can go out because
Now you got
Who's going to run the space?
You got 2 spaces to do. Who's gonna run the spaces?
Bro, I don't run spaces at night because I have to go out. So don't worry about it.
You don't run spaces at night. I was in your space last night, 11 p.m. What are you talking about?
No,
You don't
but
run spaces at
that's we're talking about Thursday, though.
Are you talking about Thursday?
Weekend here, Friday, Saturday. I live halfway across the world. Our weekend's not Saturday, Sunday. So Thursday to me is like Friday to you. Yes.
Oh yeah, shit. You live in Jordan, innit?
Yeah. That's
I didn't know. I forgot in it. I forgot.
That's fine. Remember next time.
I forgot in it. You know what I'm saying?
3, 2, 1.